Hello guys, and welcome to another edition of Tips for Dummies. What happens is that it leaks through here every time we flush. See the water coming out? Alright. This is fairly easy. One person can do it by itself. If you are a woman, I would suggest you need two hands, not minimizing the strength and power of the girls, but this, I think, it surpasses the 16 kilograms recommended for a woman to lift, which is about 35 pounds. So maybe a two hands will help out, but if you want to do it yourself, well, it's up to you. So we begin by cutting the water off right here. You're also gonna need some towels because the toilets, pretty much they're all basically the same. You got all sizes and different, but pretty much to change the wax, it's pretty much the same on all of them. You're gonna need some towels because they have a trap. It makes a circle like that, and it doesn't matter how many times you flush it, there's still gonna be water trapped in there. And to begin with, I already cut off the water valve right there. Next step is that we're gonna flush it again to drain as much water as we can from here. All right, so now we're gonna try to get all that water out. All right, so for that you can use a glass or anything to flush the water. You'll need some towels to clean the floor, and I'll show you the rest. Okay, so I got a little cup to get all the water out. Just throw it on the sink. You don't have to throw everything out, but as much as you can, so that way at the time of removal you don't drop so much water. All right, so this is the most I was able to do with the little cup. So if you want to remove the rest, you need a little sponge like this and sponge it. Try to take all the water out as much as you can if you don't want to make a mess, okay? So we're going to take the water with the sponge and we'll come back to you, right? Alright guys, so I got most of the water out. You can see it just has very little water on it. Alright. So the next thing to do is to get all the water out. If you want, if you have a wood floor, or you're gonna do the job and somebody is very picky with floor, well, I suggest you to sponge all the water out. Put some gloves and sponge all the water out as much as you can. You're not gonna get all of them, but at least it's not gonna be too much. All right, I am not gonna sponge it out because I got the hard floor. The owners of this house, they're not too picky, and I'm just gonna use some towels after I do that, right? All right, so the next step is to remove the nuts holding the toilet, and for that you use a 1/2 inch deep socket. Unfortunately, I brought the wrong set, so I don't have a deep socket, and right now I'm not gonna have a problem taking it off. But to put the new ones, yeah, you need a deep socket. If you don't have a deep socket, you can use any other pliers, okay, to remove it. So we're gonna remove both of them. Now, sometimes these things, they get very rusted, and it's a really pain in the rectum to remove them. So you're probably gonna have to cut them off. Right now, I got lucky enough that they're in good condition. So Now I'm gonna take the other one too, right? So I got these bolts out. I'm gonna remove it. Okay, so we're almost there. Now the next step is to remove the water hose, the one that it feeds the water. Usually you can do this by hand. If not, use a pair of channel locks and you can remove it. Now there is gonna be a little bit of water coming out, so again, make sure you have towels to prepare yourself for water leaks, okay? All right, it was just a little bit of a drip. Now we can move on to remove the toilet. All right. All right, so to remove the toilet, I'm probably gonna be on your way because I don't have nobody filming. It's gonna still be grab it from these two sides, like this, and pull it up. All right, see? All right, so now we got it out of the way. All right, and you can see how the wax was not making good contact. On one side it was kind of bent, and that's what it was making the leak. I can see that there's, yeah. All right, so take a look at closer. All right, so what I'm gonna do now, I'm gonna lean the toilet like this. That's when water is gonna come out, and I'm gonna try to put it against the wall and the shower, just like that. That's because I don't have two hands, and we need it this way. I'll show you why. All right, and a little bit. Now that you have the toilet like that, make sure you clean the water, and it is a good time to inspect the hole just to see if there is nothing stuck in there. I've seen some pens and needles and a lot of stuff stuck in there, and that prevents from the water to flow freely out. All right, so let's get to the next step. The next step is to remove the old wax ring, okay? Okay, so what I like to do next, it's with a putty knife, like this. I just go inside and grab the edge of the wax ring and pull it out. All right, yeah, just like this. I'm sorry, just like this. All right. So now everything came out. Have a bag already handy. That's way you don't mess with the wax, the ring, too much. Now you do have to take the excess, right? And right now it's a good time to inspect the ring. All right. See? All right. Now these bolts, I don't know if you see those slots, but what you do is you slide it and pull it to the slot. Now this has a pretty really bad foundation. It's hollow on the sides. All right. So the next step I'm gonna do is I'm gonna install the bolts. I purchased a separate kit, so I like them. I like these bolts and covers. It's got everything. I'm not gonna use the one that it comes with the kit. All right, so I will be using this, and this is how it works. Okay. All right, so the first thing, you gotta grab the bolt and the plastic washer. It should come with a plastic washer, and this is how we're gonna install it. All right. All right, so all right, so make sure you see the slot. All right, and we're gonna put the bolt through there. All right, and the next thing we're gonna do is we're gonna put the plastic washer there, right? Like this, and put it all the way down. Right, try to pull this thing. Okay, so what this does is to keep the bolt in place. And the same thing I'm gonna do with the other side. This one is hollow, so I'm gonna have to make sure that I hold the bolt while I'm putting the plastic, otherwise the bolt is gonna go through. So I'm gonna put the bolt. I'm gonna put the plastic washer first. I'm gonna put bolt in here, and all right, so pretty much make sure which distance or the angle where the toilet is gonna be. All right, like sideways, like that. Let me show it to you from the top view. Okay. All right, so let's go ahead and move on. And here it is. It's called hydro cap, and it works stronger when it's done with a wax, so you can still use the wax. And what it is, you can see how this thing covers the whole thing. You pull this thing out, see, and I like this because it's like a funnel and it goes inside and it makes a really good seal. So you put this on top of the existing bolts like that, right on top of the existing bolts. Okay. All right, pretty much like this. And now you can see that it covers pretty much everything. It's a little bit uneven, but the wax, the new wax, it should do the rest of the work. Now, as you can see, is above the ground, probably about ½ inch, which is not bad, but it's gonna make a much better seal with less problems in the future. All right, so this is the best kit I ever found in stores, which is very simple to use and very effective. So the kit comes with two plastic washers. That's to be put on each bolt to keep it in place. As you can see, this goes through. Alright, there's one, and I think the other one, it does not need it because it already has a plastic on the bottom, on the flange. And now we are ready to install the toilet in place. I have to buy the extra thick wax, and I'll show you. Always use the extra thick wax, and reinforce. Get the light off. Okay. This is an extra thick and it's reinforced. This is the whole kit. It comes with bolts and everything. Okay. All right. All right. So let's go ahead and remove the wax from the box. All right. You can see that it's extra thick. You turn it around and you pull it from here, just like this. All right, let me show you. All right. Pull it like this. All right. So you got the wax. All right, guys. So once we got the bolts on the bottom, you're gonna grab the wax like this, and you're gonna press it right here and push it. Try to make it stick to it, all right? And once you have it there, it's time to put it on. You're gonna grab the toilet, and this is one of the hardest part, but you grab it from the same place that we took it out. And you match the bolts in the holes, in the slots on both sides. Once you have it there, sit on top of the toilet and try to make a good seal. All right, that should make a good seal on all of the sides. So the next thing that we're gonna do is that we're gonna grab the metal washers and put the bolts on each side, and then tying them up to the desired strength. You gotta be careful with this. You cannot over tighten them, because you can break the porcelain. It has to be just tight enough so that way the toilet won't move, but not that tight to break the toilet. All right, so we're gonna tighten it, and we're also gonna put the other side. That's where you need the deep socket right here. Let's put the other side too. And it's just the same thing on the other side. Okay, so on this kit that I bought, we have two separate things. One plastic screw-in bolt, which I'm gonna screw it in right there inside, just like this. You can do it with your hand, with a screwdriver, whatever. Once it's in there, you're ready to screw it down in here on the bolts. Alright, I like these, they're very unique, they look good, they're strong, and do the same thing on the other one. I will do the same thing on the other one. Alright, yeah, now we got two caps. It's a toilet bowl with caps, alright? Alright, so we're ready to move on. So we're gonna connect the water back on. So we're connecting the water back on. This, you can tighten it by hand if you want to, but if you think after turning it on and it leaks water, well, you can grab a pair of channel locks and tighten it a little bit more. Usually, you can do a good job just by tightening it by hand. Now I'm gonna turn on the water, and I'm gonna check for leaks. All right. So I don't see any leaks. Everything looks good. So now we're gonna check on top in here. We're gonna wait until it gets full. We're gonna flush it and make sure there's no water coming down. Okay, so we got the water, and this is the moment of truth. I'm gonna flush it and I'm gonna see if there's water coming out again. And perfect. No water coming out. If you want, you can put silicone around there. I'm gonna do that later. You can probably do it in 25 minutes if you're not recording. You don't have to hire a plumber. And you can save a lot of money just by doing these steps. All right guys, so all you have to do is put the cover back on and we're all set. We got the toilet working good with a good seal. All right, see you next time, guys.